and beyond. I'm Madelyn Agostini, and we have a packed show for you today.
And I'm Simran Puri. Whether you're a student, faculty member, or just someone interested in what's happening in our community, GC360 is here to keep you informed and engaged. Coming up, ambassadors steal the spotlight. This is GC360, where news comes full circle.
The Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency faces continued scrutiny from the public. Reporter Isabella Turner has the story.
In recent weeks, the United States has experienced turmoil over conflicts related to Trump's deployment of immigration and customs enforcement in American cities. As tensions escalate across the nation between citizens and ICE, students at Georgia College and State University make their opinions heard. A walkout was held on the GCSU front campus last week to show solidarity against ICE. Students from organizations like the Black Student Alliance gave speeches, and I spoke with Speaker Emily Wright of Young Democrats about her experience.
So Liam Landry, who is a part of the Mutual Aid Society, actually came to me and asked me to speak. And I was really nervous at first. I was a little bit hesitant. It was really nerve-wracking, but I eventually decided that that was the right thing to do and something I wanted to do, especially as a representative of a Democratic organization here on campus. I thought it was important to represent what this group believes in and speak on behalf of this group because, what's happening right now is just simply abhorrent, and I really think it's important that we speak out and we use our voices, we exercise our privilege to do so.
Her words made an impact on everybody in attendance. She used her platform to speak on an issue she's passionate about and inspired others to feel the same.
Milledgeville is a very small town. Georgia College obviously has a very specific demographic, so I was very surprised to see so many people, students, faculty, community members. It was incredible. And to speak in front of such an amazing group, I was very nervous, but I think that my words really made an impact, and it felt amazing to be surrounded by such a great, empathetic community. I think a really big part of Young Democrats is really fostering civic engagement with the Milledgeville-Baldwin County community, and I think that this rally was a perfect example of that. It was student-led by student organizations, but I think community members were also very much involved and were really impassioned by it, and I just think this is the start of a greater cause and something we need to keep fighting for.
Like Emily said, the turnout for the walkout was vast. At the event, I spoke with student Tori Grozanov, and she voiced why this issue is important to her.
I'm here today because I am a child of immigrants. I've always stood for immigrants. I've always supported them, whether they're legal or illegal. Also, you're not illegal on stolen land. Let's get that right. But I'm here today to stand with everybody else who's been affected by ICE and hopefully put a stop to it as soon as possible.
Even though lots of support was shown, much of the population does not agree with the goal of the rally. Mia Simmons, the co-president of the GCSU Turning Point chapter, explained her stance on the issue.
While I disagree with the anti-ICE rhetoric, I fully support their right to protest, and I admire their efforts to get students civically engaged on campus. My stance on ICE would be that I fully support ICE's ability to arrest and detain who they believe to be illegal immigrants, and then they can go through the legal process with that. While in the news, I've seen obviously some tragedies involving ICE and protesters. I think that is wrong, but I think it's two-sided. I think ICE agents need to be more proactive in helping protesters rather than resulting to immediate violence. And I think that protesters, they need to not be violent as well. They need to not take advantage of their right to protest, such as don't spit on ICE officers, don't run over them with your car. I feel like we can all get along, but it'll take work from both sides.
As divisive issues continue to swarm our political environment, take the advice of people like Emily and Mia, who encourage you to educate yourself and push the boundaries of your understanding of truth while keeping justice at the forefront of your mind. Reporting for GC360, I'm Isabella Turner.
The library suffered unexpected damages which hindered students during finals week last semester. Reporter Grace Sondervan took the investigation into her own hands.
During finals week, one of the most stressful times of the year, students, facility, and staff at Georgia College were faced with an even bigger issue. That week, the INA Russell Dillard Library flooded. But what actually happened that day, and what is being done moving forward? I met with Amanda Respes, Director of News and Media Relations, to get details about the flood.
So a water pipe burst on the 3rd floor, which is the top, and it was called a chilled water pipe. And so that is part of the HVAC system, right? So like the heating and air. So that's not good news, right? That a pipe burst.
Amanda Respes directed me to the Dean of the University Library, Chandra Walker, for on-scene information and a closer look at how the library adjusted after the flood.
We never expected that it would affect so much of the library. And so once we realized that, I consulted with upper administration and we made the decision to ask students to leave the library just for their safety. So luckily, we had a little experience with not being able to physically serve patrons from the pandemic. So we were already experienced with that. And luckily, many of our resources are available remotely. And so we were able to continue to offer our Ask a Librarian services, which is remote.
In terms of on-scene action, students and faculty were quick to help.
We had students who were in the library who were studying and they pitched right in to help us. I also want to give a special shout out to our faculty and staff.
With the help from students and staff, all books were saved from water damage. In regard to the damaged floors, new carpets will be reinstalled over spring break while students are away. This unexpected disaster, while inconvenient, showed how well we can adjust as a school and a community. Reporting for GC360, I'm Grace Sondervan.
The Council of Student Ambassadors works hard behind the scenes to serve incoming students. Reporter Malia Dewberry has the scoop.
At Georgia College, one of the first group of people you will meet is the Council of Student Ambassadors. Being the representation of Georgia College, their job is to promote the life of GCSU to prospective students and other visiting audiences. One of these ambassadors is Eve Briscoe, the Vice Chair and Director of Education for the ambassadors. She talks about what benefits the councils of student ambassadors bring.
Ambassadors benefit the school because they are the first person or one of the first people that our prospective students and their guests see on our campus. So they are really showing these guests all about Georgia College and State University and representing us. They also just really help communicate information to these guests or anybody that might walk across campus and have questions. And they also just have a really great positive energy. And I think that is a reflection of how welcoming our atmosphere is and our strong community here on our campus.
Coordinator of Inclusion and Belonging, Kayla Moss, also speaks on her time as an ambassador.
I think my favorite part definitely has to be the people. I feel like you kind of have to be kind of a warm, welcoming, kind of person to be in this role. And it's just really nice to be around people who are just so giving and welcoming and really personable all the time.
The Georgia College Council of Student Ambassadors continue to be the shining example of Georgia College's student body. Reporting for GC360, I'm Malia Dewberry.
Coming up on GC360, 4 major political groups came together to hold a public forum.
A decade later. All of this and more on GC360, where news comes full circle.
My name is Kathleen O'Neill, and I'm the costume shop supervisor and instructor for the theater department. So the costume department does a lot of different things. It helps teach our theater majors what costuming is for theater in general and for film. A lot of students come in to be theater majors not knowing that tech is going to have to be part of their major, and they don't know how to sew, they don't know how a costume shop works, and so that's my job to teach them. Most of the time they take the skills they learn in here and then they apply it to their life. And I hear all the time that they come in and they're like, Kathleen, I sewed a button on my pants because you taught me how to do it. And it just makes me feel good, but yeah.
Four student-led political groups held a civil discourse forum to discuss current topics. Reporter Madelyn Agostini had a front row seat to the event. Madelyn?
On February 9th, GC360 attended a student-run forum where Georgia College political organizations came together to discuss controversial issues with the effort of promoting thoughtful civil discourse. The organizations participating included the College Republicans, Georgia College's Turning Point chapter, Young Democrats, and GCSU's Mutual Aid. This forum covered topics from gun regulation, foreign policy, social welfare, and immigration. Turning Point co-president Mia Simmons was one of the moderators for the event and gave her opening remarks.
Universities have the potential to be the driving force of restoring the republic as they foster the next generation of leaders by instilling in them principles of reason, respect, and responsibility.
The purpose behind the forum was to promote civil political discourse, as well as an opportunity for the organizations to encourage students to get involved. The groups found themselves agreeing on more concepts than previously expected. Representing the Young Democrats and their stance on firearms, here is Stephen Giano.
So here at Young Dems, it's important to note several things about gun reform. So we believe it is actually important that everyone does have the right to own guns. We do believe in the Second Amendment. We just believe that there are ways to go about it safely.
Following the Young Dems is College Republican Owen Jordan.
I think a clear-cut way to say it is we see the Second Amendment as a fundamental instrument of the Constitution, and law-abiding citizens should not pay the price for the actions of criminals.
The conversation about guns stemmed to assault weapons as well, with Turning Point representative Ellie Protho stating,
and I think that there could be a restriction on assault rifles, but in general, what the Young Republicans were saying is we should be able to have access to those, because if we are unable to have access to those as law-abiding citizens, people who are going behind the law are still going to be able to get those, and that leaves law-abiding citizens defenseless against criminals.
Protho was followed by Mutual Aid's Patrick Lingefelt with this statement.
Mutual Aid would be fully against any sort of ban on assault weapons of any kind, because we believe that guns are for more than personal self-defense. It's a defense against tyranny, and therefore absolutely necessary.
This forum was a premium example of civil conversations about controversial topics and how civic engagement on campus can and should be achieved.
Campus is finally starting to feel warm. James Berry is here to tell us if the sunshine is still here to stay.
Good afternoon, Bobcats, and welcome to this week's Valentine's Weather Report. All of us here at GC360 are hoping our fellow Bobcats will be enjoying the slightly warmer weather coming in. This week, we'll have lots of sunshine and blue skies with little chances of rain, perfect for an afternoon stroll with your significant other. Tomorrow will feature partly cloudy weather throughout the day with a high of 66 and a low of 37. It will still be pretty chilly in the morning, so grab a jacket and sweats for your 8 a.m. lecture. We hope the sun peeks out just enough to enjoy later in the day, but you never know what Friday the 13th has in store. Saturday will keep with the cloudy theme, just no sun this time. What a shame for Valentine's. There will be a high of 68 and a low of 53, so not as bad as yesterday. Whether with your best friend, partner, or roommate, make sure to stop by 7 Brew to enjoy some Valentine's-themed drinks, 2 for only $9. Sunday brings the storm clouds with a 90% chance of rain in the morning that gradually decreases until the afternoon. Remember to bring an umbrella to class unless you want to be soaked. There will be a high of 64 and a low of 47, keeping things pretty mild temp-wise. Monday finally brings us some clear skies and a high of 69 with a low of 44. Sounds like a perfect day for an outdoor run or a walk downtown. Don't forget your sunglasses as the sunny conditions are expected to last all day. These conditions are expected to continue on Tuesday with a slightly warmer temperature. There is a high of 71 and a low of 53, so take advantage of this beautiful sunny weather. Wednesday keeps up the warmer temps with a high of 75 and a low of 60. No need to bundle up in the morning, just a light jacket should do. However, the sun won't make an appearance as cloudy conditions are expected for the majority of the day. Last but not least, Thursday finishes out the week with a high of 79 and a low of 58, the highest temps of the year so far. Partly cloudy conditions are expected in the morning, but transition to clear skies in the afternoon. It's a great day to go outdoors. I know I'll be enjoying some tennis with friends. That's it for weather. Have a great week, Bobcats, and hope you have a lovely Valentine's Day. Back to you.
2016 trends and attitudes have come back in full swing a decade later. Reporter Jenna Bernfin is asking the big question, why?
Lately, one year keeps showing up everywhere, 2016. From fashion and music to viral food and old social media features, people are bringing it back. The 2016 comeback isn't only about trends we miss, but about a time when culture felt shared, online spaces felt tighter, and connection felt easier. So why does 2016 still matter, and what does our obsession with it say about where we are now? To understand that, we talked to sophomore Mackenzie Sowerby, who lived it.
I think nostalgia is kind of the whole point of the 2016 comeback. Everybody is like reminiscing on the old things that we used to have that we're not able to have now, like the unicorn frappuccino. I think we all had like the same experience and are able to share that, like old toys and stuff. We all are able to share just those memories with each other.
Nostalgia has a way of softening the past. It lets us remember moments not as they were, but as they felt. Simpler, happier, and easier to hold on to. Sociology professor Dr. McClure has offered great insight on how this plays into the 2016 comeback.
I mean, I think related to collective memory, right, is where nostalgia tends to be myth-making, right? And people who don't reckon with reality cannot solve problems in reality, right? If you tell yourself a story about the past, then you can't understand the present, right? And then you can't fix the future to where you want to be going.
2016 was the last moment before everything sped up. Social media felt fun instead of exhausting. Trends were playful, not polished. We had group chats, not personal brands. Music ruled culture. Fashion was messy on purpose. It felt like we were online together, not competing. And maybe bringing it back is our way of holding on to that feeling. Reporting for GC360, I'm Jenna Bernfin.
Coming up on GC360, Morning Grind introduces a seasonal menu for the upcoming holiday.
GC360 covers last week. GC360, where news comes full circle.
I'm Eric Griffiths. I am the interim chair of the Department of Theater and Dance. Our general mission, of course, is teaching theater artists, actors, designers, technicians. Of course, students will specialize in certain areas, but they will know if an actor leaves here and that is their goal is to perform, they will also know how to hang a light. They will know how to sew a button on a costume. They have these other skills. So we offer kind of a mix of the soft skills and the hard skills for doing the work. Our goal is to create a well-rounded theater artist that knows a little bit about everything that goes into producing theater.
Morning Grind has a new specialty menu that is perfect for Valentine's Day. Reporter Emma Kate Noggle has more on your favorite coffee drinks.
Milledgeville's local coffee shop, Morning Grind, is working to spread the love this Valentine's Day with their festive new specialty menu and exciting upcoming events. The new menu contains the delicious Love Letter Latte, the Pretty in Pink, an Apple of My Eye, and a box of chocolates. As the Valentine's Day season comes up, Morning Grind makes it a priority to celebrate sharing love and kindness through the upcoming Galentine's Day event, as well as they're available for pre-order flowers and coffee bundle for your sweetheart. With us today, we have Alyssa Baker for a special look behind the Valentine's Day menu.
Yeah, so we love our Valentine's menu. It is just one of our most popular menus all year round. The inspiration behind this one was just bright, fun pink colors and fruity flavors.
Alyssa Baker explains the importance behind community and environment in Morning Grind.
One of my favorite things about Morning Grind is the atmosphere that people enter when they walk in. It's just an atmosphere of joy, of love, and of encouragement. And I think right when everyone walks in, our girls are super wonderful at just greeting you and meeting you where you're at and making you feel really special and seen.
Come by and try a delicious latte or send a treat to your sweetheart with the helping hands of Morning Grind. Reporting for GC360 News, I'm Emma Kate Noggle.
We're all about sports at GC360. Hannah Deal is here to tell us the latest.
Hello, Bobcats. We might be tired already this semester, but the world of sports isn't. For the second time in franchise history, the Seattle Seahawks have won the Super Bowl. Seahawks running back Kenneth Walker III was named Super Bowl MVP, the first running back to hold the honor since Terrell Davis in 1998. After playing a dominant game against New England Patriots, quarterback Sam Darnold led the Seahawks to a 29-13 victory Sunday night. The Milano Cortina Winter Olympics are well underway after the opening ceremony on February 6th. Team USA has claimed 13 medals so far, most notably a gold medal won by Breezy Johnson in women's downhill alpine skiing, and another gold medal in the figure skating team event. The women's U.S. hockey team has secured a 5-0 win over Canada, making them undefeated as they head to the quarterfinals on Friday. Turning to Bobcat sports, the tennis team beat Newberry College on Tuesday in a 6-1 victory. GCSU's softball team sadly returns from the Eagle Classic in Daytona Beach this past weekend with no wins and a 1-5 season record so far. They will be playing again tomorrow afternoon at home against the University of West Florida, so be sure to head out at 2 p.m. Men's basketball is currently 14-8 for the season, with their own Khalil Green being named the Zaxby's Player of the Week. Remember to bring the Thunder, Bobcats, and go for gold. Back to you.
February's first Friday thundered through downtown last week. Reporter Natalie Borbley was on the scene.
On the first Friday of every month, downtown Milledgeville comes alive with food, music, and community. This February, locals gathered once again to celebrate First Friday. From local vendors and food trucks to live entertainment, this event is all about bringing the community together and supporting small businesses. We stopped to ask attendees what keeps them coming back each month.
Definitely the food. Everything looks absolutely delectable. All the images, all the people that I've seen enjoying it, definitely the food.
Yes, it actually is. So many of my friends have been coming lately and I haven't been to any of them. And one of my New Year's resolutions was to come to a First Friday, so here I am for the February one. And I'm really excited to be here.
I came out here to see a band called Subatomic play. I've never been, but so far the atmosphere's been lovely. I'm loving it. Yeah, I'd love to return. It's great vibe, great atmosphere. I'd love to be back.
Let's hear from another attendee to see what she thinks about this exciting community event.
Probably the live music, like the live bands, and the food. The food was way less expensive than I thought. I was thinking it was going to be more like fair food prices, just like overpriced. And they were actually really good food and less prices than I thought it was going to be. And I think I definitely will be coming back to the next one in March. And I'm excited because March is also my birthday month. I also just love supporting small businesses. I always go to Morning Grind. I live at Campus Edge, which is right next to Morning Grind. And I love just looking at the small boutiques downtown. I love Milledgeville.
For local food vendors, First Friday is more than just a busy night.
Spreading the word. I'm literally talking to every person that walks by, yelling at them and asking them if they want tacos. And tonight, the grilled chicken or the carne asada, one of these two, they're about $6 a piece, but they're worth the price. So.
With great food, familiar faces, and a lively downtown, First Friday continues to be a Milledgeville tradition worth celebrating.
We're bringing the hottest news from entertainment world right to you. Natalie Ross is here to tell us more about it.
Thank you, Simran. Big news in entertainment this week. Super Bowl halftime headliner Bad Bunny did more than just put on a show. He hosted a wedding. Yes, you heard that right. A real couple tied the knot live during the halftime performance. The surprise ceremony quickly went viral with fans, calling it one of the wildest, most romantic moments in Super Bowl history. Social media is still buzzing about whether it was the ultimate grand gesture or just next level chaos. In other pop culture headlines, Margot Robbie is speaking out against body image pressure in Hollywood. The Oscar-nominated actress recently revealed that a fellow actor once gave her a book suggesting she eat less. She said the moment caught her off guard and highlighted the unrealistic standards women often face in the industry. Fans are praising her for sharing the story and continuing the conversation around health and self-worth. And finally, a serious developing story involving Today Show host Savannah Guthrie. Guthrie has been making emotional public appeals for help in the search for her 84-year-old mother, Nancy Guthrie, who's been missing from her Arizona home since early February. Authorities believe Nancy may have been taken against her will, and surveillance footage released by law enforcement shows a masked individual near her front door the day she disappeared. Savannah and her siblings have shared heartfelt videos on social media thanking the public for support and urging anyone with information to come forward, even releasing images of a suspect in hope of finding their mother safe and alive. The case has drawn national attention with the FBI and local authorities continuing to investigate, and the family remains in Arizona as search efforts continue. That's your entertainment roundup. Stay with us for more pop culture and celebrity headlines. Back to you.
That's all for GC360 this week, Bobheads. Thank you for joining us today, and make sure you tune in next Thursday for another packed news show. I'm Simran Puri.
And I'm Madelyn Agostini. When we're not on the air, we keep you up to date on our social media. That's at GC360 News on Instagram and YouTube, and at bobcatmultimedia.com/GC360. Always available to you where news comes full circle. See you next week.